Hello guys, and welcome to the full guide of your Timex Expedition Watch. Today we have the Timex Expedition Scout, but this tutorial is going to work for most, if not all, Timex Expedition watches or Timex Indiglo watches. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set the time and date, how to activate the glow, and usually what are the main problems when the glow is not working, and also how to replace the watch strap. So we are going to switch between the NATO strap and the strap that we have right here, and then switch it back so that you know how to do it. For today's video I'm going to use the pin remover watch strap, so a NATO strap sent to us by Blue Shark, and then also a small box of spring bars, so of extra pins in case the one on your watch is missing or is broken. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to all the tools, including the strap, so that you can check them out. Also guys, I'm going to leave timestamps in the description box below in case you want to jump to a certain part, and also I will leave a link to the watch battery replacement in case you also want to check that out. So the first thing that we are going to do is to set the time and date, and here there are going to be a few principles that we need to take into consideration. The first thing is that the date is going to engage between 9 and 12 or 12 and 3 o'clock, and that is why we want our watch hands to be in the lower part of the dial. Let me show you that as well. So as you can see right now, between 9 and 12 o'clock, the date has started to change. So this means that the wheel that changes, so turns the date, is already engaged. And if you change the date while the date wheel is engaged, there is a big possibility that you can actually break that date wheel or something inside your watch, and your date is not going to work anymore. This principle is also going to apply to other quartz watches and mechanical watches. So as you can see, now the date has changed, and what I want to do in order to protect the date wheel is to have both of my watch hands in the lower part of the dial. And the easiest way to remember is to set the time on your watch at 6:30. So this is going to be the first thing that you want to do. As I mentioned, you can apply this to mechanical watches as well. Now, after we have set the time at 6:30, the second thing that we want to do is to first set the date, and we are going to set it one day prior. And we do that because we want to go with the watch hands manually past 12 o'clock and arrive on our desired date and know whether I am AM or PM. So let's presume that our end goal is to make it the 10th. I'm going to set the date at the 9th, and then I'm going to go with the watch hands manually until I arrive on the 10th. So let's do that. I am going to pull the crown to the first position, and here on this particular model, since this is a Timex Expedition Scout, I can change the date in both directions. Now on most watches you will be able to only go forward, so in one direction. I would recommend to always take your time and move it slowly. Also, if you have a day-date complication, so the day of the week and the day of the month, when rotating in the opposite direction you are going to change the day of the week. So let's make it the 9th, as I mentioned, just like that, because my end goal is going to be making it the 10th. Now, the third thing that we are going to do is to pull the crown to the last position, and now I am going to go with the watch hands manually past 12 o'clock until the date changes to my desired date. As you can see now, the date did not change because I was AM and now I am PM, and now the date is going to engage between 9 and 12 o'clock, just like this. And now I have arrived on my desired date, so the 10th, and I can make it 5 AM, so 5 in the morning. This is why you want to set it one day prior. In case I want to make it PM, I'm going to go past 12 o'clock once again. And as you can see, the date did not change. So now I am still on the 10th, but now it is going to be 6 PM, so 6 in the afternoon. This is why we do these three principles. Now I'm going to push the crown all the way back in, and I am done. I have correctly set the time and date on my Timex Expedition watch. And now I have turned off the light so that you can also see the Indiglo function. So as you can see, when I push the crown inwards, it is going to activate the Indiglo. Do not apply too much pressure because that can actually lead to damaging the Indiglo function in the future. So on most Timex Indiglo watches, you are going to activate the Indiglo by pressing the crown a little. When that doesn't work, there are going to be a few things that you can do. And the most common thing that I have seen is that you can pull the crown to the last position, so where you can actually set the time and date, and you are going to take a pair of tweezers in order to clean all the dust that has gotten right here in between the crown and the watch. Make sure to always push it outwards and also grab everything right here as well. That is going to obstruct, so everything that is going to be in between the case and the crown is going to obstruct the Indiglo function. So you won't actually be able to push the crown in. This is the most common thing that I have seen. Also, the second thing is going to be a low battery, so a weak battery in case you wear this watch a lot, in case you use the Indiglo function a lot. At some point it won't work because the battery is low. So the second thing that you can do is to change the watch battery. And another thing that you can do when let's say replacing the watch battery is to make sure that everything connects properly with the back of the watch, because some Timex watches won't activate unless the back case is on and you have a small spring that actually connects with the back of the watch case, and that in case that spring is loose or has fallen, that can actually lead to the Indiglo not working. Now the last thing that I'm going to show you is how to replace, so interchange the strap on your Timex Expedition. You might have it on a NATO strap and want to put it on a regular strap, or the other way around. So I'm going to show you both ways. Once again, make sure to check out the links in the description box below, because you are going to need the pin remover, the NATO strap or the other strap, and also a box of spring bars in case one of these breaks. And what you want to do is to take a small piece of material and place your watch facing downwards so that you do not scratch the watch crystal or damage it. And we are going to use this part of the spring bar, so with the two teeth, in order to grab the pin and to remove it. So what I want to do is to go with this tool in between the strap and the lug, grab the pin and pull it towards me so that it pops out just like that. Now I'll try to do this up close so that you can see. I would definitely recommend not to do it while holding the watch in your hand, because you can easily scratch the watch or hurt yourself. So what you want to do is to go in between the lug and the strap, grab the tip of the pin gently and push it downwards. As I mentioned, if you do this while holding the watch, you can hit yourself with the tool and you are going to scratch yourself. You always want to work on the back of the watch so that if you scratch any of the lugs, it is going to be on the back of the watch. Now, as you can see, I have removed both ends of the strap. I'm going to take the original pins and I'm going to place the strap right here. Now what I want to do now is to take the spring bars and put them back in without the strap, because I'm going to use the NATO strap. So what I want to do is to first position one tip of the spring bar inside this hole, hold it with my non-dominant hand, and then I'm going to take the spring bar remover tool, push the pin downwards and position it right in between the lugs. Now I'm going to push it gently until I hear a click and the spring bar has now gone inside both holes. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end as well. So position it in the first hole, hold it with your other hand, grab the pin, push it inwards, and now move it gently just a little towards the hole. You are going to hear a click. You can also move it a little in order to secure it. And now I'm going to take the NATO strap. In case one of your spring bar is loose or is broken, or you have no spring bars, you are going to take the spring bars, What you want to do is to take a spring bar that is a little bit bigger compared to the lug distance. You'll be able to see right here the lug distance in case you know it. In case you do not know it, so in our case it's going to be 20 millimeters. I'm going to try different spring bars, and I want it to be a little bit longer, so bigger than the lug distance, so that it gets inside both holes and it won't come off very easily. The next step is going to take our NATO strap. So as you can see, I took the long part off, so out of the loop, and I'm going to start with it at 12 o'clock, just like this. Then I'm going to go right here at 6 o'clock, and then I'm going to go with this longer part through the loop. And this is how the watch is going to look on the NATO strap. Now we are going to also do the other way around. So let's presume that you have your watch on a NATO strap and you want to place it on a regular strap. We are going to first take the NATO strap off in order to do this more easily. And now we are going to remove the spring bars. Now it is going to be a lot easier since, as you can see, the spring bar is free, so we do not have a strap. And I'm going to go at one end, grab it, push it a little bit inwards, and then to the side. Once again, make sure to do this on the back of the watch and have a piece of material on the table so that you do not scratch the watch. And now I'm going to take the two parts of the strap, put the pins inside, and now something really important is that you want your strap to be on the front side, just like this, and also to have the buckle at 12 o'clock. As I mentioned, the buckle, the part with the buckle at 12 o'clock, so I'm going to take this first one, and we are going to do the same principle. Position the spring bar in one hole, hold it with your non-dominant hand, then take the tool and push it inwards in between the lugs, move it a little until you hear the click. In case it comes off, you are going to repeat the process. Make sure to take your time. I heard that click. I am checking once again. So now it is on. You can also pre-check where the hole inside the lug is. Some have it more to the tip or some more to the center. So this way you will know in which way you should push the watch. You can always check the stitching to make sure that it is on the back of the watch. The same principle is going to apply. Position it in one hole, then also try to get inside the second hole. This one seems to be a little bit harder. And as you can see, I heard that click. Guys, if you found this video useful, please consider hitting the thanks button and supporting our channel. This way we can keep creating free content for watch lovers just like you. So guys, that was the full guide that I had for you today on how to set the time and date, how to use and how to maybe reuse your Indiglo function, and also how to switch between the NATO strap and the regular strap on your Timex Expedition watch. You can also apply this tutorial to other watches as well. As I mentioned, I have a full guide with how to also replace the watch battery, so make sure to check it out as well once your battery is dead. Also guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, it really means a lot. You can check the links in the description box below to the watch tools, and if you would like to purchase your first vintage watch, make sure to check out our website vintageradar.com, because we have thousands of vintage watches for sale. Once again, link in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.